Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about some products that have a cult following and then a product that I like better. So they aren't necessarily dupes or anything like that. They're just a product that I have found that I like better than that product with a cult following. Now the products I'm going to be talking about, I don't think any of them are bad, and I don't think they're not deserving of their cult status. I just found something that I like better. And before we get started today, I do just want to say a little update. We just got back from vacation and my dog Lucy had to have a little surgery. She's fine, she's doing just great. But I do just want to say that this week I will most likely have 2 videos out instead of 3. And what I'm going to try to do, so I have the 2 that are regularly going up, but then I also have our trip vlog I'm working on, and then I'm filming another video on Friday that you guys are going to see next week. So what I'm going to try to do, if I can't get the trip vlog out this week, you guys are going to see that next week, so there will be a bonus 4th video next week. So it might be 2 this week, 4 next week, or 3 and 3, just depending on how fast I can edit and get things done. So let's go ahead and talk about these products. So the first thing I want to talk about is loose powder. And this one's from Mercier. Everybody uses this to set their under eyes, and I don't think it's a bad product, but for me, sometimes it gets a little, I guess, patchy over certain foundations, especially under the eye area or over like a concealer, and you just have to work with it a little bit better. I don't think it's a bad product. I'm not saying I wouldn't repurchase this again, but there is something I like better, and that's this one from Too Faced. It's the Peach Perfect Setting Powder. I love this. I talk about this a lot. It does have a little bit of a fragrance, so if you're not into that, you might not love that about it. But anything I use with this, I feel like it just works perfectly. It sets and the things don't crease, and I really enjoy this powder. I think I can use it with multiple products without problem. I can't say that about this one. Just for a price comparison as well, before we finish off with these two, Mercier's powder is $38 and you get 1 ounce of product in here. You do get more in the Too Faced one, is $33, and then this one is 1.23 ounces, so you do get quite a bit more in this one as well, which is another reason why I love it. And next up, it's going to seem like I'm really hating on Mercier, but I want to talk about the Tinted Moisturizer. People love this stuff. I remember I have read about this for years and years and years before I ever picked it up. It was in a bunch of magazines and everything else. This is $45 for, let's see, 1.7 ounce of product. And I don't necessarily hate it, I just don't think I would pick it up again. There's 2 reasons why I don't love it. One is the texture of the product. It's kind of tacky, and the smell that it has doesn't help either. It's a very light fragrance, I will say that. And maybe it doesn't even have fragrance in it at all, and that's why I'm picking up on it. It kind of reminds me of Elmer's Glue. So that plus the fact that it's tacky, I just don't really enjoy that. I feel like it takes a little bit longer to blend in. Like it gets a little bit streaky and you have to work it in a little bit more. That's not very typical of tinted moisturizers. I feel like usually you can just throw them on, slap them on, and leave, and I don't feel like I can do that with this. I feel like I definitely have to set it or it's going to feel like sticky throughout the day. And then also the second reason why I don't love it is I feel like the wear is not that great either. Like it creases on me, and I feel like that's normal of foundations, but not necessarily tinted moisturizers. Usually I don't have to like mess and fuss with them as much. This one I would not pick up again. I know people love it, it's just not really for me. My favorite though is the one from Bare Minerals. This is the Complexion Rescue. It's the Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I have this shade in Opal. I should say that this one as well. This one's Porcelain, this one's Opal. I have them in the lightest shades, I believe. This one, let's look at the price of it. This one's 1.18 fluid ounces, so again, it's cheaper. It's $30. So it's about $15 cheaper than the Mercier. This one I feel like I can just put it in my hands, throw it on my face, and I am good to go. I don't have to worry about it being streaky. It blends in really well. It's what I'm wearing today. I really like tinted moisturizers, and I'm quite harsh of a judge of them. It's what I'm really enjoying. And then also another one that I love, if you have dry skin, I still love it again more than the Mercier one, is the Jouer Tinted Moisturizer. I think there's a hydrating one and there's one that's a little bit more mattifying. I've only tried the one that's hydrating, but I quite enjoy that one as well. This one I would pick up again over and over again, definitely over this Mercier one. And then third, this might seem like a little bit of a stretch, but I wanted to talk about Vaseline. People use that for multiple different reasons, a lot of times for medical reasons, but people do use it for beauty things as well. So it's very thick and occlusive, so people will use it like on their lips and things like that when it's chapped. The thing that I prefer much more is from Josie Maran. This is the Argan Oil Infinity Intensive Creamy Oil. I've talked about this before on my channel. I really enjoy this stuff, and again, it's also thick and occlusive, just like Vaseline. You can see my hands probably really need it now, but it's very thick and balmy-like. You can put it on your lips, anywhere that's feeling dry, and I feel like it won't clog your pores and your skin can still breathe a little bit, unlike Vaseline. If you don't know what's in Vaseline, I suggest you look it up. It's kind of gross, and it's not something I would recommend putting on your face. If you want to use it for like medical reasons, this is not what this channel is about, so I'm not going to talk about that. But for beauty and for on the face, I definitely don't recommend putting it on there. I've had this for about a year now. You guys can see like it is still pretty full. It's going to take me a long time to get through this, and I use it all the time, and I love this. Now let's move on to some blush. Now this is a product that is not a dupe. I just like this other product better. But the first one I'm going to talk about is from Nars. It's the Orgasm blush, and I no longer own this in a full size. This is just a mini. But if you haven't used this before, it's kind of like a peachy pink, and it's got a little bit of a sheen. You can see that sheen, it's picking up a little bit, and it gives like a really healthy glow to the skin. It is quite expensive because it is Nars. I'm going to swatch it on my hand for you. See if it picks up at all. You can see it looks really, really light. Picking up just a tiny bit, but the one I prefer more is from Laura Geller. This is the Baked Blush-n-Brighten in Peach Delight. Got that peachy pink thing going on with a little bit of a gold sheen. It actually looks a little bit more silver on camera, but it's got a little bit of that sheen. It looks really pretty, and I'm wearing it today as well. I'm going to swatch that for you side by side so you can see the difference between the two. A little bit more peachy than I would say the Nars one is, but I think it's just a lot prettier. Full size of the Nars blush retails for $39, while the Laura Geller one is $28. Again, it's not necessarily a dupe. I just prefer this better. I like the way it looks on my skin better, and it doesn't look quite as shimmery as the Nars does when you're in sunlight, so I'm really enjoying this one too. And lastly, this is a product that I don't hate at all. I will repurchase both of these items. I love both of them. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more affordable and that you can get away with setting your face for a cheaper price, this one is from Urban Decay, and it's the All-Nighter. I also have it's actually pretty much empty, but I have also the Chill setting spray. I love All-Nighter and Chill. I think they're both great products, but they are expensive, and when you spray your skin every single day, maybe even twice a day to set it, it does get quite costly, especially when you use a lot of product. So the one that I prefer to set my skin with, especially if I know that I'm not going to be wearing like my makeup for a super long period of time, that's when I'll go in with All-Nighter when I know that I need it to stay. But if it's just like a normal work day and I'm not really too fussy about my makeup or how it looks, I like to use the Badescu facial spray. I've had this in different scents. I've had the rose one, the pink one. And this is what I use on a daily basis to set my face because it is quite a bit cheaper, and I really enjoy it. I feel like it sets my face just the way any other setting spray would. I do think All-Nighter makes my makeup do something where it does last a little bit longer, but it's only a fraction. And like I said, on most days, I don't really care about that. This one smells really good. I love the aroma. I look forward to using it, and it just sets all those powders in very nicely. I don't feel like my skin looks powdery or cakey or anything like that when I use it, and I really enjoy it. There's a really interesting video, I believe by Lauren May Beauty, and if I can find that, I'm going to put it below. She goes over the cost of each and every single setting spray, like at least the popular ones on the market, and then the price per ounce and which one's the best value. I will link that video below if I can find it because I really enjoyed it. But the Badescu one is 8 ounces of product, and it's $12, so you get a lot of product in there, and I feel like I can use this for multiple different things. Like I can use it to set my face before my makeup to kind of prime it. I can use it later on to refresh it, or I can use it as a toner. And then for All-Nighter, this is $32 and it's 4 ounces of product. So you get a lot more in the Badescu one, and I feel like it does the same thing, except for, like I said, when I want that extended wear, that's when I will go in with this one. So it takes me a long time to go through this. I don't think it's a bad product. I still use it. I will still purchase it again, but for everyday use, I like this one quite a bit more. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know below what are some of your favorites versus the cult favorites. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please like this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.